Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Blonay Media. It's your fave media chick, Lisa Blonay, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you smash that like button, share, and subscribe. Shout out to my mods, members, and chat, and thanks for tapping into Blonay Society. Let's get into this. Now, if you guys didn't know, okay, both Jada and Will, and first of all, let me make sure that you guys can hear me, okay? Now, and I thought this to be so disturbing to me because first it was Jada, and now Will has been added to the mix. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, both Jada and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are in some hot ass water. And from the looks of the facts of these lawsuits, these cases, it's a hot ass mess. And it's giving freaks of the industry and worse, ties to Diddy. Okay. I see Diddy's fingerprints doused with baby oil and Glide all over this. Okay. I see signs of pills and potions as well. How many compromising situations are these people going to bring to our front door? Right? But let's talk about it, okay? And get into the details on what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into these articles, you guys, because what we are looking at, look, this stuff, these acts are dastardly, okay? I mean, look at why Diddy's in jail right now. Okay? Let's just take a moment to think about why he's in jail. And not even that, but what came out during his trial. All of the acts and everything that he did, how he violated people and the baby oil and all of this, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this, okay? Now, if you guys didn't know, hold on, y'all. Will Smith, well, Jada Pinkett Smith first, okay, faces a $3 million lawsuit, okay? Jada Pinkett Smith was sued, is being sued, okay? And this just came out December 2nd, okay? Jada Pinkett Smith is being sued, all right, by a good friend, a former friend of Will Smith. All right. His name is Bilal Salam, I think, over alleged threats that she made against him following a 2021 altercation at the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air's star's birthday. Okay. So this was at Will's birthday party, y'all. Let me go ahead and bring this up because I'm looking at it on my phone, but I guess I want to bring it up so that you guys will be able to see this too. But yeah, y'all, so she is being sued, okay? And the guy who's doing the suing has claimed that he has known Will Smith, okay? Because he was there when before Jada, he's been friends or associates, partners, co-workers with Will for 38 years. So this man knows some things that know some things that know some things. Okay. And if he don't know some things, he knows some people that know some things. You're not around somebody for 38 years. Okay. They ace boom coon. I'm not talking about you just stop by on Christmas. Okay. I'm talking about your ace boom coon and not know some shit. Okay. Now, the former associate alleges that she orchestrated a smear campaign against him following an altercation, like I said, in September 2021. Now, it goes on to say that defendant Jada Pinkett Smith approached plaintiff with approximately 7 members of her entourage, became verbally aggressive, And the November 7th lawsuit, I guess that's when he filed it. We're just now finding out, about a month later. That's how it usually goes, guys. Okay. And this was obtained by E! News. All right. So this is the source that this is coming from. And this alleges that she threatened the plaintiff by stating that if he continued telling their personal business, he would end up missing or catch a bullet. And demanded he sign a non-disclosure agreement, okay, an NDA or else. All right. Now, if y'all don't know, fast forward, we're about to get into this, but that man got into an accident and he is blaming it on them. Now, this is not, we're not new to this, okay? We are true to this, all right? And he said he suffered serious injuries and he ain't playing no more, okay? He is not playing anymore. All right, so let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys right quick. Hold on, because I did bring it up on my phone. I don't know why I did not bring it up here, but let's go ahead and get into this. Hold on, because I want you guys to be able to see this too as I'm reading it. And let me see. Hold on, y'all. Has she dropped did she drop the Smith, or they're still married, aren't they? All right, now let me go ahead and bring this up so you guys can see this, so we can go over this right quick and get into what I want to get into, because what? Let me go ahead. Hold on, y'all. Thank you guys so much for tapping in, y'all. Make sure that you smash that like button, share out this live. And if you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. I also want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I hope your 2026 is treating you right. Blessings and positive vibes going out to each and every one of you. So now let's go ahead and get into this. You guys, I have a little tea, all right? So I'll be sipping on my little tea, and let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, all right? Now, it says here that Jada Pinkett is facing a recent $3 million lawsuit from Bilal Salam, a former associate of Will Smith, who alleges she issued a violent threats, e.g., catch a bullet, and demanded he sign an NDA in 2021, followed by a smear campaign and further threats after he refused to help with PR crisis post-Oscar slap. Salam claims intentional infliction of emotional distress, financial loss, and reputational damage, while the Smiths view the lawsuit as money ploy, and they spoke out on this too as well. Now, let me read a little bit more of this, okay? This video provides an overview of the lawsuit against Jada Pinkett Smith. And this is it right here, you guys, all right? Now, the key allegations is in 2021 at Will Smith's birthday party, Pinkett Smith allegedly confronted Salam, accusing him of sharing private info, threatened he'd end up missing or catch a bullet, and demanded that he sign a DNA. Of course, he refused. Now, after the 2022 Oscar slap, Salam claims he was asked to help with the crisis management, but refused, leading to a smear campaign where Jada allegedly framed him as an extortionist. Now, the alleged threats intensified when the Smiths learned that Salam was writing a memoir about them. Note the littlethings.com article. Now, the damages sought is he is suing for intentional infliction of emotional distress, seeking $3 million for emotional trauma, financial loss, and career damage. And this is coming from Hot 97 and vulture.com. All right. We are currently reading from E! News. Okay. So this is a solidified source. This is really happening, you guys. All right. We'll just have to watch it play out, but I'm going to give you the deets and what's out there right now. Now, sources close to the couple say that they see this lawsuit as a money ploy and are focused on their separate projects while remaining a committed team. And Salam was so a little bit of background about their relationship. Now, Salam was a longtime associate of Will Smith, And the lawsuit touches on the past rumors and events surrounding the couple, including the Red Table Talk revelations and the Oscar slap incident. Now, you guys know about her entanglement with August Alsina. She did sit down with Will Smith, um, and they kind of talked it out. Very awkward, very weird. Already knew something was going on behind closed doors. This wasn't really real, but now we're getting a little more insight into this. All right. Now in 2023, Jada had responded to unrelated rumors about her and Will having sex with Dwayne Martin, saying we suing, but no suit materialized at the time. All right. And this is what makes me ask, what about Bryshere Gray? Okay. Which makes me also ask, is Jussie Smollett a victim too? Because y'all was acting kind of the same. All right. Insane. Okay. I don't know if there was pills or potions involved, but the video I saw of the interrogation of Bryshere Gray, you definitely were you were definitely with some screws loose. Okay. And Jussie Smollett and the whole, you know what I'm saying, thing that happened with him where he lied and did all this. We're going to get into that. I find a connection there because both of y'all was on the show Empire, which was very successful. It went for about 6 seasons. I was glued like crazy glue. Okay, I would have fought you if you would have made me miss Cookie Lions, okay, on any given Sunday. Now, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys, because now, fast forward to today, y'all, and let me go ahead and try to pull this up because Will Smith has been hit with a lawsuit of his own. I'm telling you, when it rains, it pours. People are coming out the woodworks. This is the reason why you do people right. Because the truth will bubble to the surface no matter how much and how hard you try. The truth is always going to come to light. Okay. I don't care if it's 5 months, 5 years, or 50 years. All right. You're going to be just as embarrassed, just as humiliated. Okay. And just as pissed. All right. Now, let me see. You guys. Let me go ahead and look this up. Hold on, because that's Jada's. But the hot tea is that Will Smith has also picked up his own lawsuit. Okay. He's been sued by a violinist. I don't even know how to spell violinist. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and bring this up because I can give you better details if I just bring it up and not just go off my head because I'll be messing up. I'll be leaving shit out. All right, so I want to make sure you guys can see this. Now, Will Smith has been sued for sexual harassment, termination by and unlawful termination by a tour violinist. Let's go ahead and get into this, okay? New York Post, let's see. NBC News, let's see if we can get into that. Oh, 6 minutes ago, let's do this one. The 6 minutes ago. You guys see it's from reputable sources. We're just going to go to this source, okay? This is News Bites. And let's get into the details of this, all right? Will Smith sued for sexual harassment, termination by tour violinist, okay? Now, Will Smith, the Hollywood actor, is facing a lawsuit filed by tour violinist Brian King Joseph. The allegations include wrongful termination, sexual harassment, and retaliation. Sounds familiar? The lawsuit was filed in the Superior Court of California, Los Angeles County recently. Joseph claims that he was being primed and groomed for sexual acts in the future and felt threatened by these actions. Now, The lawsuit alleges that Smith engaged in predatory behavior and deliberately grooming and priming Mr. Joseph for further exploitation during his Based on the True Story 2025 tour last year. The complaint alleges that Smith hired Joseph in November 2024 to perform at a San Diego show, later inviting him to join his 2025 tour and play on his upcoming album. I didn't know he had an album. Now, Smith allegedly made inappropriate comments to Joseph, saying things like, "You and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else." What's wrong with that? The lawsuit also details an incident where someone unlawfully entered Joseph's hotel room during the tour, leaving behind wipes, a beer bottle, and a bottle of HIV medication with another person's name on it. You freaking weirdos. It goes on to say they also left a note which read, "Brian, I'll be back no later than 5:30. Just us." And they drew a heart. I don't know what that means. Stone F, I don't know what that means. Now, the lawsuit states that Smith's management team shamed him for reporting the incident and subsequently terminated his employment. Joseph claims that the incident left him with PTSD and economic loss, damaging his professional reputation. Smith has not yet responded to these allegations publicly. Meanwhile, his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, is also facing a $3 million lawsuit for allegedly threatening former associate Bilal Salam. Now, I don't know where this is leading to, y'all, but did something happen? Was he upgrade and something happened to him and somebody actually violated him and then left that stuff behind? Wait a minute. Let me go back. The lawsuit also details an incident where someone unlawfully entered Joseph's hotel room during the tour. Okay, so I guess maybe they was out, like maybe they were performing and somebody went into his room and left behind wipes, a beer bottle, and a bottle of HIV medication with the person's name on it. Isn't that weird? And you wonder why I put Freaks of the Industry on that damn thumbnail. Because that's what the FI mean. Look, we already knew there was going to be a domino effect because the people that are associated with Diddy was not alone. This is what I say a lot of times when we talk about Krishan. It's just the catalyst. They're just the start of the conversation. They represent a sector of society that we don't know, okay, unless you've been in Hollywood. Okay, the dark side of Hollywood, okay, because there are some people that are flourishing and ain't never sucked no dick, ain't never been on the casting couch, ain't never let nobody stick nothing in their hand, okay? Don't throw everybody under the bus. Some people are flourishing and ain't never sold their damn soul, all right? They may not be making that much, but let's just be real here, okay? But what I want to say is Diddy's behavior rubbed off on people. And people took their little sadistic ways and their little whatever they're doing, their little incubus kind of behavior and their Jezebel spirits and their Delilah type of attitudes that we've learned about, and they've started their own little Diddy-like situations in their own little neck of the woods. And that's what I'm saying. Diddy rubbed off on people. It wasn't just the baby oil. It wasn't just the GHB. It wasn't just the slide and glide. Okay? It wasn't just that. It was the lifestyle. It was the lifestyle that they shared. Remember, Diddy got away with this for almost 3 decades, y'all. And how many people have we seen in the midst of pumping up and talking about Diddy parties? I mean, they're consistently hugged up with Diddy. Okay? Those are your main suspects. Now, I'm not saying they did anything, but guess what? You're suspect. Ray J out here acting a fool. He got screws loose, right? He on the ski slopes every motherfucking day, sipping on stuff. All these people are doing the same things. All of them. Okay? And this is what I think this is. I think Will Smith had his own, Will and Jada had their own Diddy thing going on. Okay? And there's different people. I don't want to just throw people under the bus, but you know what I'm talking about, y'all. Okay? Now, this is what makes me think, want to get into Bryshere Gray. Because if you guys haven't seen that interrogation of Bryshere Gray when he really lost it, okay? He really lost it. He went through some mental issues. He went through a real mental struggle. And it was a whole thing where he got arrested. Before he got arrested, it was an 8-hour standoff. He beat his baby mama. He whooped her ass. He strangled her to unconsciousness. I mean, the man really lost it. But then I start thinking about Jussie Smollett. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. Bryshere Gray, victim of Diddy, victim of Will Smith and Diddy, Empire. Maybe Jussie was a victim too, because they were both acting the same, right? Different outcome, but they both were acting the same way, right? So let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. Let me take this down. Let me go back over here. Let me get into the comments and see what you guys are saying, because we are about to get into Bryshere Gray. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. And thank you guys so much for tapping in. Now, Mojo Shy, what is up? Thank you so much for tapping in. Happy New Year to you too, Amy. Happy New Year, Blonay. 2026 going to be the best one yet. We claiming it. Yes, we are. We are claiming it, y'all. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. That which is done in the darkness will be revealed in the light. Happy New Year to you too, Melanin Mommy. 2026 seems like a year of exposure already. Yeah, the exposing is going to continue, guys. The exposing is going to continue. I saw Bilal's interview with Tasha K. It was jaw-dropping. Exactly. And that's exactly what we're going to get into. Well, we're going to get into excerpts of that, right? I don't know why I keep saying that word. I heard it on TV somewhere, but we're going to get into we're just going to watch like clips, I guess I could say. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get into that. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you. Happy New Year, chat. Okay, y'all, so let's go ahead and get into this. First it was Jada, now it's Will, y'all. Okay, now let me go ahead and get into this, guys. Hold on, let me take this down. Let me see what video I want to show y'all. Now, while I'm getting this video ready, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this clip. Let me go ahead and cue up this video, okay? You guys go ahead and take a listen to this. The point I want to make is, before we even get into this, the Bryshere Gray and all of this is years ago, okay? I like to take you back to the hood like K-Swiss. And that's exactly what we're going to do. How far are we going to go back? Way back. Let's take it back 2-3 years. All right. This has been out. Been out.
Will Smith. Stay tuned to know more on this hot topic. Jaden Smith confronts Will Smith for forcing Bryshere Gray into gay affair. Jaden Smith is allegedly calling out his father, Will Smith, for his questionable behavior relating to Bryshere Gray. The actor has faced several accusations of being gay, but has never really admitted it publicly. Now his son Jaden Smith has made some serious claims against his father and has blamed him for ruining his life. It remains to be seen how the Aladdin actor reacts to these serious allegations. Stay tuned to know more on this hot topic. Jaden Smith confronts
So you guys just heard that clip, okay? And going through the comments, I think this was posted in 2024, all right? This was posted in 2024. So this is nothing new, but it's now rebubbling to the surface. And we are about to get into it. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can see this as well. And like Melanin Mommy said, Bilal, I think it was his name, Bilal Salam, recently had an interview with Tasha K, and he spilled so much information. Okay. He also covered his back and said that in case anything happens to him, he got about 6 people with their finger on the trigger. Okay. With their finger on the trigger. So if anything else happens to him, because he's already been in a near fatal accident and suffered some serious injuries. So if anything else happens to him and it causes his demise, he has 6 people with their finger on the trigger. Okay. And I bet you Jada is going butt fuck crazy. Okay. According to Bilal, she stayed depressed and angry. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. I'm going to show you guys some clips. Let me see. All right. Did I bring this up? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this clip, you guys. Hold on. All right. Let me bring this up for you guys. And let's get into this. Now, remember, I'm going to be showing you clips from this video. Now, this video comes from Clarissa C on YouTube. If you want to watch this video in its entirety, make your way on over there to this channel after this live stream. Okay. Now, let me just get past this ad. Hold on, y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this.
Here. He played his television father. Right. He was on set. He saw what Charlie Mack and them were doing. He knew they were taking those young boys to Diddy. They all knew.
What it is, ho, what's up? We all know that Jack's dangerous moment was just extremely successful, and it was putting Bryshere into new rooms. Unfortunately, with Hollywood, you know what they say, if you want that success, then you're gonna have to go against your moral compass. Recently, 50 released a documentary about Diddy titled The Reckoning. In this documentary, so why is this important? Bryshere landed the role of Hakeem due to his connection with Charlie, who sent his tape to Lee Daniels. Empire became a huge phenomenon. Its first few seasons had the internet in shambles every single week.
Now you can't speak English.
The sound in this documentary, Lil Rod, who worked on Diddy's last album, The Love Album, basically said that one night, Diddy showed him a video on his phone of a white boy getting blooped in the bloop and said that this is what you're gonna have to do to become successful.
A short video with someone penetrating a Caucasian man from the rear end. I didn't really understand that, you know what I'm saying? When he telling me like, yo, this is the way to success in music, and I'm like confused, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, What's going on? Is this like a joke?
Diddy has had all these allegations since the beginning of his career. At this point, we know he goes both ways. He dibbles and he dabbles and enjoys any type of incubus behavior. So Lil Rod exposes this in the documentary, and literally no one is talking about it. I don't think it's the norm for everybody, but I do think a lot of people hear about these situations and hope they don't have to get involved.
All right, you guys. So you guys already see the Diddy connection, okay? And by the way, little Rodney Jones lawsuit is still ongoing against Diddy, okay? Um, so let's keep going.
Sued yet, so he's continued talking. His newest interview with Tasha K, he mentioned Bryshere, saying that Will Smith took him as his mentor and supposedly assaulted him, which led to Bryshere to deal with the traumatizing effects. Will has in fact taken Bryshere under his wing because they went to the same high school and are both from Philadelphia. But also, Charlie is Will's best friend. Charlie helped introduce Bryshere to Hollywood, and Will was an added benefit. Bryshere was in. He had Will Smith and Lee Daniels by his side, starring in the most popular show on Fox with superstars like Taraji and Terrence Howard. He was on the biggest high of his life and didn't want to lose his spot.
I said, you know, Will, you know, Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know, Charlie made me suck. Well, I'm gonna give you a chapter from the book since I owed you something.
Okay.
In the book, in one of the chapters, they talk about mentorship. At this time, of course, you know, I do celebrity product placement. And for the people who don't know, you have to basically have a relationship with hundreds of celebrities in order to make money because you're taking your product to many celebrities. Allegedly, Charlie Mack and Will called me and said, we're coming to your apartment. I'm like, all right, cool. So, but normally I have to go to Will's house if there's a meeting. So Will comes to my apartment, allegedly, and Charlie Mack, the rat, the informant, come to my apartment. So they was like, hey, B, look, man, we got this new guy. Will is mentoring. His name is Bryshere Gray. Everybody call him Yaz. He's about to get cast on this major show. I'm like, okay, what would you want? I'm thinking they coming to get product. Bryshere was supposed to allegedly star in the reboot of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So I said, look, Will, what do you want me to do? He said, I want you to go to Chicago and hold this guy down. I remember like it was yesterday, I turned the computer around. I said, Will, that's what's in my bank account right now, right? Will started laughing, right? And said, I'm gonna make sure you get double that over the course of time. That's my guarantee. So
Okay, so this is where it gets messy, okay? And this is why I wanted to get into the interrogation of Bryshere Gray so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about and why I feel like this is 100% true, and that not only Bryshere Gray was a victim of this of Hollywood, of this system, okay, this systematic abuse that went on, that was ran by Diddy himself, okay. But remember, there were gatekeepers before Diddy. There were gatekeepers before Diddy. Remember Andre Harrell, Remember, the person that discovered him was Heavy D. Now, I'm not saying anything about Heavy D, but Andre Harrell was one of the first to work with Diddy and bring Diddy up, right? And we've heard of Clive Davis. We've heard so many names, you guys, okay, of the people that came before Diddy. This seems like a vicious cycle. Quincy Jones, what's his name? Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? And I see a pattern, and I think that not only Bryshere Gray, but Jussie Smollett, coming from a top show like that, were both victims of Diddy. Okay, and how are we even talking about Diddy right now? Right? We went from Jada to Will, now coming full circle back to Diddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up this. Okay, no, I have one more clip to show y'all, and then I'm going to pull up the interrogation. Okay, because I have a timestamp. I think I want to show you guys one more. Okay, hold on.
It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male prostitutes. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on. I pulled him to the side. I said, listen, I'm here to help you, and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. I want to love you because everybody else love you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know, Will, you know, Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. You know, Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my husband. I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come.
Is this true?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork.
coming on. All right, you guys, green hearts in the chat if you guys can hear me. I apologize for that. And I also apologize for coming on so late. This is usually not my time. But I worked late, so sorry about that, guys. I'll be back on regular schedule within the next couple of days. So apologize for that too as well. And thank you guys for tapping in. Let me go ahead and bring this back up for you guys. And you guys heard what he said. Okay? Blood coming from his nose. He was acting a stone cold fool on the set of Empire. He had to calm him down because Will Smith sent him out there to watch him. And that's exactly what he was doing. See, that's the thing about the whistleblowers, though. Y'all be hanging in there for so long and you've seen so much. You've done a lot. You've seen a lot of wrong, but I bet you've done a lot of wrong, too. And that's the thing I'll be saying about these whistleblowers. 38 years. It took you 38 years, give or take a few years. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it takes a while before it kind of gets to us and, get the paperwork going and, all of that. But 38 years, 30 something years. You feel me? Hold on, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into this. It's real. It be suspect. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this back up. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to prayers for Bryshere. Yes, of course. He was a kid. Of course. He was a kid, y'all. And you know what? The guy that was just having the interview with Tasha K said that the mama knew, y'all. He said that the mama knew. The mother knew. You said Jussie, that was a weird story. Yep, he was out of his head. Someone knows why. Prayers up. Exactly. You said Bryshere looks so gone now, and he was doing, yep, he was doing guy OnlyFans. So sad. He was so good on Empire. I know he had a promising, but you know what? Blame his mama, according to Bilal, because Bilal said his mama knew. His mama knew, and she just played the poor black woman that raised her child from about the hood just so he could be a successful actor when she was really sucking and fucking her way to the top until she got to the top guy. And even Jaguar Wright said that she knew what they were doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. You said, I knew it was only for a moment of time. Will would be next. Yeah, and they're all going to be next. Just watch how it trickles. Like the main people, I don't even think LeBron, aren't they trying to do something with LeBron James, like trade him or something like that? Yep. And yep. Can't say them names, but I feel you. Let me just be quiet and sip on this White Claw. That's what I'm talking about. I love White Claws. All right. So true. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into this interrogation, you guys. We will come back to this video because there's a couple more clips that I want you guys to see. But I really wanted to bring up this interrogation because I'm like, what? And I'm linking this together because I watched this years ago. I think this came out during the pandemic. Yeah, I watched this years ago, and this just popped in my head like, what? Oh, you had a crush on him. She said I had a crush on him. All right, you guys, let me go ahead and bring this up. Hold on. I don't know why this is taking so long. Oh. All right. Let me see, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and bring this up. Let me bring his arrest up right quick, and then you guys will be able to see. Hold on. Let's bring this up before the interrogation.
Hungry Root makes sticking to my anti-inflammatory diet so easy. I just started an anti-inflammatory diet, and at first
They say the charge against Bryshere Gray was taken out by a private citizen. Andy Fox talked to the purported victim. Andy joins us now live from Chesapeake with the interview you'll see only on 10.
Hey, Regina, we are here in the parking lot of Homewood Suites right here, where at least part of this alleged attack occurred. Now, this is what we know. This is a police photo of Bryshere Gray, who played Hakeem on the Fox drama Empire. According to the criminal complaint, one of Gray's associates, Dustin Wilkins, who goes by the name Chosen, as he told us, stated in this complaint, as I was explaining to him that he can't just leave the hotel without paying, adding, "You have enough problems. I am trying to save your life." He then charged towards me around the car, charged into me with his shoulder and fighting me as I was recording the incident over the phone, a blunt blow into me and punching me. Wilkins told us this in an exclusive interview. In his opinion, what is at the root of the disagreement with Gray?
Okay, so the situation with Bryshere has a mental health disorder, okay? He is not a bad person. And something took place in a mental health aspect. I cannot disclose what took place. I cannot to tell you the details of that. All I can tell you is that Bryshere is a friend. He is like my brother. He is someone who is dealing with some very interesting mental health issues.
Now, one of the interesting aspects of this story, Wilkins, after he took out the charge, he says he was also important in the process of getting Gray a bond. I'll have that part of the story coming up tonight on Wavy News 10 at 5. Gray will be in court. He is scheduled on Wednesday, and he is out on a $5,500 bond. I'll have more for you exclusively at 5.
Okay, that was his friend, by the way. Okay, and he ended up saying that he didn't want any charges pressed, so they basically dropped that incident, that case, or whatever it was, because that was his friend. Now, Bryshere has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and I think ADHD. I don't know if it's going to be in this clip, but we're going to go ahead and get into the interrogation. Okay.
Bro, you want to really hear this? Yeah, it's kind of important. Hitting it from the back, that's really it. So, okay, so then you buried your phone after you came back and got it and you left, right? Yeah, 15 minutes, so you think they unburied it? It's always moving around. Okay, and then reburied it so that you could get it later? Yes, yeah. Okay, yeah. But you take the phone. Take the phone. And you go bury it. You go to John's house the rest of the night. At some point, when the officers came to your house and they called that number, they talked to somebody on that phone. It wasn't you? It wasn't me. How is that possible? It wasn't. They talked to somebody on that phone who was in your house. It wasn't me. But she's just so tender. She's so tender-headed. She bruised easily. Even when we have sex, she bruised. So I know that if they got into a fight, it don't look cute. Where does she bruise when you have sex? As a man, I don't know what's next with this. Here's what I can tell you. I'll say this, and I don't know where my partner stands on this. I don't believe you.
911, what's the emergency? Hi, good day. I'm calling to report abusive situation. Okay, where at? I'm not sure about my location right now. I'm not sure if you could track it. But was I? People Creek Parkway behind the gas station. So what gas station? Circle K? Yes, Circle K. What's going on? My husband was beating me a lot, and he took me to the store, and I ran out, and somebody helped me. So I'm calling now so the police will come get me. Okay, so they could get me. Okay, listen to me. Did he get physical with you? Yeah, very physical. My entire face is very physical. Punched me in the tummy, my back, my face. Where is he at now? He was at a previous gas station. Is he inside the gas station? I'm not sure, QT, but I ran away, so he's probably looking for me right now. Okay, you ran away from QT? Yeah, I ran away. Like, somebody was there, and I asked them to help me, and I got in the car, so I'm calling you all now. Okay, did you run away from QT, or did you want to run away from Circle K? I ran away from QT, and now I'm at Circle K. And you got a ride to Circle K? Correct. Okay, do you need any medical attention? I'm not sure yet. Like, when you can you come get me, please? Yeah, we have officers on the way. Do you need medical attention? Do you need somebody to come check you out? Are you injured? Yes, please. Okay, and do you have injuries to your face? Yes, I do. Okay, and he's still at QT? I'm not sure. Is that the last place you saw them? Him? Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. And where in the Circle K are you? In the box of the mini truck. What kind of truck are you in? What kind of truck is it? A triple A truck. Okay. Do you know if your husband has any weapons with him? No, but he did pull a knife on me, and I had to beg him to not stop me. Oh, he did have a knife? He had a knife in the house. In the house? Mm-hmm. Do you know if he brought it with him? No, he didn't bring it with him. I'm seeing the cops right now. Okay, you see them? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and talk to them, okay? Okay.
Okay, y'all, let me give y'all a little context, okay, as far as this. Okay, hold on. Now, just a little detail. In 2021, actor Bryshere Gray, widely recognized for his role as Hakeem Lyon on the TV series Empire, pleaded guilty to a felony aggravated assault and was sentenced to 10 days in the county jail and 3 years probation. The sentence stemmed from a 2020 incident in Goodyear, Arizona, involving a domestic violence dispute with his wife. Below are the key details of his legal history and recent updates of 2026. Okay, so he did plead guilty to a felony aggravated assault. He served 10 days in the Maricopa County Jail, orders to 3 years of probation, during which he was prohibited from consuming illegal drugs or UGDRs or possessing pow-pows. And he's required to enroll in a domestic violence offender treatment program and pay restitution to the victim. All right. This happened in 2020, 2021. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of that. Let's go.
One of those blue chairs?
No.
Blue chair.
Yeah.
All right.
Long night.
Yeah.
I think he brought a water for you, want it?
Yeah. You can put your mask on if you want to.
It's just so strange, you know?
Yeah.
Wearing masks these days is so strange.
Yeah.
And with me having a little baby at home, it's kind of,
That's great.
you know.
So I don't want to hold you too long. I just want you to know exactly the situation.
So because we're in a police facility, like I mentioned to you before, and you know, you've seen television, when you're in these type of environments, I have to advise you a few words before we get into it. So
me answering your question, so I'm going to go ahead and read your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to the presence of an attorney, to assist you prior to and during questioning, to be with you during questioning if you so desire. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the right to have an attorney appointed for you prior to questioning. Do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Just to update your address, I noticed you have a Illinois license.
Yeah.
So is that you purchased that home, or what's what you did?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you have a local license?
No,
just Illinois license.
Yes.
Okay. Make sure you update your license to your current address. Okay. Do you have any ID with this current address on there?
No, sorry.
No, not yet.
No.
How long have you been living there?
Probably 6 months.
Okay. State law here in Arizona, once you change your address, you have to update your address. I believe it's within 10 days, but I could look that up for you, or else it could be cited. Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why they do that, for example, if we're trying to get in touch with you, we're going to send the correspondence to the known address,
right,
and you no longer live there. Do you have family members living here? Or?
No, I just moved. I actually got pulled over and they never said nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So again, do you know why you're here?
Yes. So Candace is my best friend. She lives with me. She goes through things, some mental issues, emotional issues, and I look over her. Sometimes I say she can stay in the house. Sometimes she goes to her friend Laura's house that she stays in Phoenix. So she's been staying with me for a while. She tried to commit suicide twice. And we have an open relationship as well. So, I allow her to have like a boyfriend because I'm really busy. So Mark, the guy that I allow her to talk to, because she allows me to talk to other girls, I guess they got into an argument or whatever. I was at my friend's house playing football, and then I get a call that there's cops outside of my house, and I'm like, this is not going to work. This open relationship can't work then. It's a couple days prior, she was trying to kill herself. A girl texted my phone and she's like, I thought you wasn't gonna text them with girls and blah, blah, blah. And I videotaped her. She had a sharp scissors and she was about to kill herself. And she had about 2 episodes this week. And I think, the first time she had the scissors, I had to grab the scissors from her. So she had a bruise on her leg. That's all that, from the situation when I took the scissors. That's all she had was a bruise. She might have bit her lip. Her lip was busted, and that was it. So she had injuries she had old injuries for about like 2 to 3 days.
Here you go, sir.
So today she's been with Mark, and I've been with my friends. I don't know what they got into. When I got back, it was.
Okay, I'm trying to. I don't know. But I'm trying to understand because. So you gave him a different bottle?
Yeah.
You didn't open this?
Oh,
okay. I'm trying to understand the big picture here, and like I said, I don't know who all are involved, but you're mentioning some other folks.
Yeah.
You're mentioning Mark.
Yeah.
So let me see if I understand this.
Yeah.
What's the young lady's name?
Candace.
So that
CANDIC.
So let me see if and just to bring my partner up to speed. So you're saying Candace is your friend,
best friend,
your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Are you married?
Yeah, in a way.
And lawfully married, like
we didn't go down we didn't go down the aisle. We just got legally married in Miami.
So you're married.
We legally married. Yeah.
You're legally married. So it's your wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like marriage.
Well, we don't say that. You're young. You're like, that's my girl.
Right.
Yeah.
But you have a marriage certificate with her.
I don't have it.
You got one at some point.
No.
So legally, you're not married.
Maybe not.
Okay.
But
it doesn't matter. I'm just okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
and we're just trying to understand the picture.
Yeah.
So, but
But you mentioned that you both have an open relationship. Explain that.
We have an open relationship. She allows me to talk to other girls. You know, it's girls that we want to talk to me. She say, you know, you can talk to them. And I say, okay, you meet somebody. If I trust them and I meet him, you can talk to him. She's been talking to this guy named Mark. And I don't know what happened tonight, but I know a couple days prior, she had a bruise on her leg. She bit her lip because she was trying to kill herself. That I videotaped her on my phone. My phone's dead, but one of you guys got it. I wanted to show you that. And then after that, tonight was just, I got calls from my friends saying, cops outside your house. I thought about not coming to the house, but I was like, it's my house. Why? You know, so I just showed up and tried to tell them what went on.
So
you guys already go through?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying Mark was at the house?
Yes.
Okay. Mark lived in that area?
I'm not sure.
So she would know where Mark lives. Is that right?
She
would know. She would be able to tell us who Mark is.
I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why I'm here. So I'm saying, like, what was she saying? What did she say to you guys?
Well, I haven't spoken to her, and that's why I'm trying to talk to you.
Did she go to the hospital and say, Bryshere Gray, my husband? I don't think she did that. I think she went to the hospital.
Well, the information that I have is somewhat limited, but I was told that she's your wife. So that's what I'm trying to clarify.
This is what happened. It's like, this is my T-shirt.
Yeah.
But that's not my crime. You know, I think I don't want to get her in trouble because I don't want to get her deported. She doesn't have a green card. And that's my best friend. So whatever our relationship is, it's my fault why it even happened. So that's kind of why, you know. But what she would say is she needs to get treatment. So whoever asked her that question, who did that to you? I don't know what she said.
Okay.
But that guy doesn't have a phone. You know, he just shows up.
So you guys are seeing this interrogation, and he continues to talk almost incoherently through like this entire interrogation. And of course, we're not going to sit up here and watch 2 hours of it. But what I wanted to do was to show you guys how mentally unstable he is, right? And how he just lost it. Now, like I said, I don't know if he's diagnosed with whatever he's diagnosed with, okay? I think I just read it. But he had a standoff with the police as well, okay? I also wanted to let you guys know that this Mark he speaks of, according to his wife, he is Mark, y'all. He is Mark. There was a clip in one of the videos that I watched, and in this clip, the wife herself is being questioned by the police, and she says Mark is him. He just made up that name. So he's really talking about himself in this video. And that's interesting because I didn't know that before, okay? I want to read you guys a little bit more detail as to what went on the day that he was arrested. Okay? Now, on the night of July 12, 2020, Gray allegedly assaulted his wife for several hours after she confronted him about texting other women. According to the police reports, he allegedly punched her more than 100 times, choked her to the point of unconscious, and threatened her with a sharp thing. His wife managed to escape the home after flagging down a Good Samaritan at a nearby gas station. The citizen then drove her to a Circle K and called 911. When officers arrived at the couple's home around 10:15 p.m., Gray barricaded himself inside and refused to surrender. Goodyear SWAT and crisis negotiators were called to the scene. The standoff lasted until roughly 7 a.m. the following morning, when Gray surrendered without further incident. Now, as far as her condition at the time, hospital staff noted that the victim had numerous visible injuries and bruises consistent with strangling. She was treated for non-life-threatening injuries and released. Okay? Just wanted to let you guys know that. So he basically beat her and then strangled her. Unconscious. All right, let's go. Now, I'm just going to forward it a little bit because I just wanted you guys to see the beginning of it and how the interrogation started. But it pretty much goes on and on like this. But I wanted to hear I wanted you to hear some of the stuff that he was saying, okay? Yeah, sad world, exactly. Sad world we live in nowadays. What's up, K-Love? All right, you guys, hold on.
And you went to a friend's house.
Yeah.
With did you walk to a friend's house?
I walked like to the park with the theater, the school right there, around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to disclose his location, but
that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you were there with your friend. Did you guys go anywhere, or did you stay at his house?
I kind of just passed out at his house, and then once like 5 o'clock, my phone was dead. We would start working out.
5 o'clock yesterday evening?
Morning.
5 o'clock this morning.
5 o'clock this morning. My phone was dead, and I was just what was I doing? We started playing football.
Okay.
Started playing catch, running around, and my phone turned on. They like, cops at your house, cops at your house. What happened? What happened? I'm like,
who was that from?
Neighbors.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. I didn't call anybody. You guys, I didn't call my mom, nobody.
Okay.
I just handled it on my own and say, whatever it is, I need to stop.
Okay.
The relationship like that.
Okay, so you left around, I think you said probably around 4:30 or something from your house, where we were.
Mm-hmm.
That same house, okay.
4:30 p.m.
About 4:30 p.m. And you left your friend's house. And then you said you took your phone because you're getting text messages. How many phones do you have?
One. And she has one, but she left that phone, I guess.
Okay, so you took your phone. Is that the one that the officer, when you walked up to the house, you had and that we have, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I had a video of her like this in the living room. She got scissors. She's just like this. I'm like, don't do it. It's not that serious. We love each other.
Okay.
She dropped it once I had to tussle with her. But
okay. So I want to clear the air so you understand. We're not here to say what you did or didn't do. Our goal and our only goal is to find out what happened, whether that is truthful from what you're telling us or truthful from what she's saying or Mark or whoever else. That's our goal, is just to find out what happened, right?
Right.
So we're going to do our best to line this out chronologically, like then this, then this, then this, and see kind of how the night went on. But just like you, I'm sure you hear something, if it doesn't make sense in your head, you're going to say, if it doesn't make sense in my head, it's probably because it doesn't make sense.
Right, that's what I'm throwing up in the car, because I'm like,
sure,
everybody throws up when they don't have clarity about what's going on. It's just like, what the heck?
Okay. Yeah, and that's all we're going to do, and we're going to do it we're going to treat you with respect and everything, but we need to make sure everything works out. It lines up and makes sense. Otherwise, we can only assume that something's not making sense and somebody's not telling us the truth, right?
I believe it. She's from Trinidad. So anybody, if she's really beating, anybody looking at that is like, because this is U.S. They're going to be like, what the hell? What happened to you? And she's just like, my husband or my boyfriend, she's hurt, So she's trying to talk and she's trying to communicate.
So you think she told us that you did all that to her?
No.
Okay.
I don't know how it steered back to me. I don't know how, because I don't believe that she would say that her mom.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
Okay.
All right. So, as Detective Gersten is telling you that we need to chronologically lay it out, meaning time-wise, make sure everything that makes sense, right? And
well, her mom she seen the video. She didn't want the cops to know about it because she didn't want her daughter to get sent away. Okay. So I tried to keep that video away. I didn't call the cops. Okay. That happened like a couple days ago. Okay. I didn't call the cops on it because I didn't want her to go to a place.
So let me ask you this. You went to your friend's house. Mm-hmm. What's that friend's name again?
John.
Your friend's house that lives in, where does that person live? In Australia, next to the school, you said?
Australia. Yeah.
His name is John?
Yeah.
Okay. And you were at John's house, you guys played football, yeah, right? And then someone called you and told you that police were at your house. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay. Who called you?
Neighbors, text messages.
Do you have that name saved anywhere?
No.
How do you know it was your neighbor?
Next door neighbor. I got a number one time for a battery for my golf cart.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to pretty much continue to talk like incoherently, talk like off base, just basically ranting and lying, bald-faced lying in these cops' face. There is no Mark because he is Mark, all right? He attacked his wife. I don't know what word I can use, but right? Over 100 times. He punched her. Right? Strength choked her until she couldn't breathe anymore. And he is acting as if he wasn't even there. Now, this reminds me of Jussie Smollett, and they just so happen to be on that show together. So could it have happened to Jussie too? Maybe it's something, because remember, when Diddy was on trial or whatever, and he was doing it to the people, he was doing it like over and over and over again. Like, just take a look at what Cassie went through for 12 years straight. She was doing that shit every week. She was doing that shit every week. Every Friday. Y'all don't remember that? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, from habitually using those type of psychedelics and whatever kind of UGDRAs they use, you know what I'm saying? That has to have wear and tear on your mental, right? Your psyche. And then especially if you don't know that you're getting UGDRA'd and you're getting UGDRA'd and the other thing too, right? That's double trauma. Like both of something that you didn't ask for, that are truly, truly and extremely not only volatile, violent, but violating. And it could be all in one night. We see the violinist. I don't even know if anything happened to him. They just left some wipes, whatever they left, a beer bottle, and you know what else. And he filing the lawsuit. So just imagine, he traumatized over that. We don't know what could have happened to Bryshere Gray. We don't know what could have happened to Jussie Smollett. One was younger than the other, but they both were young. You know what I'm saying? And that's no excuse. I'm just saying those are normally the target. It's not an excuse. I'm just simply pointing it out. Yeah. So he pretty much goes throughout this interrogation like this. But we know that it was him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is very, very bizarre, y'all. This is bizarre behavior. And he just lying, he just making up stuff and just like, and didn't I say he only got 10 days? Out of all this, I think he had to undergo some type of treatment or something like that, but still. And then he was out on bail. That's what the newsman said. He said he was out on what, $5,000 bail or something like that. Like, let's go ahead and get back into this, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tapping into the chat. Y'all know I'm skipping through it, so I'm about to just skip. We're gonna watch a couple more clips because it's over 2 hours. I just want you guys to, pick up what I'm putting down. Let y'all see what I was talking about. But if you guys want to watch this in its entirety, let me give you all the deets, and then we're gonna get into this. Real World Police, okay? Because it is over what, 2 hours? Yeah. So I mean, I watched the whole thing before, so.
I got some backwood.
When did he tell you that?
He told me that. He called me blocked. Like I said, when
he called you again blocked.
Yeah, he always called me blocked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went in the store. Where did you pay for the gas? At the pump or in the store?
At the pump.
At the pump. Okay.
There's a lot of things. Kids with dirt bikes, kids with 4-wheelers. It was like there's a lot of people outside.
Yeah, it's
today.
busy. It's busy.
Yeah.
So you bought 2 transactions there. One for the food inside the store.
Yeah. One I walked in the store and then I came back and then I put the gas there.
Okay.
I pumped the gas.
Okay. What kind of credit card? Like Visa, MasterCard? Is it debit card or credit card?
It's a temporary card.
Temporary card.
Yeah, because my other card was chipped.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they sent you like a temporary one.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let
me know if you need another water.
I do, please.
I'll get you water.
All right.
These days, you have, like Detective Hertenstein was explaining to you, technology.
Yeah.
With phones, GPS.
Yes, sir.
Surveillance videos.
Yeah, so you should see me, at the gas station. You should definitely, that's something to do. You should definitely see me get gas, but I'll let you talk.
No, that's fine. It's a dialogue, so I don't mind you interjecting and saying what you need to say.
Yeah.
But what if we tell you that we saw someone else get out of the car on surveillance video?
On what surveillance video?
At the QT.
I would be like, that would be. I say that it'd be a surprise.
Okay. I'm going to try and get a copy of that video. I don't have it here, obviously.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to try and get a copy of that video. And Mr. Gray, one of the things I'm trying to do, like I said, is put the pieces
together.
I
respect you.
And everything that you tell me, it's my job to verify it. Help me verify the information that you're providing to me, right?
Yeah. It's my home. I allow her to stay there.
No, hold on. Wait a second. The information that I want to verify is where you were yesterday. You mentioned you were at John's house.
Yes, sir. And but Stella left it.
Right. I need a phone number for John.
I don't have the phone number.
I need to know the neighbor who texted John.
One of the neighbors on the block, definitely.
Who did? Who specifically?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know all of them. They all see me when I moved in. They all see me. They all know about John. John came over to the house, probably like once. You know what I'm saying?
When was that?
The first time I met him, he came to the house to see the pool one time. One of the neighbors seen him. I don't know which house she was at, but she was jogging with her daughter. Oh, I know you. And that was it.
And how did she get John's number?
She had his number. She knows his parents.
She knows John's parents.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what house on the street she lives in?
No, she was just walking. She wasn't too far down from my house. He was coming out. She's like, "Dad?" Like, yeah, you know, it's my boy, it's my buddy. I guess when this crime scene happened, she texted John because she knew I was with John. She just.
How did she know that?
I don't know. She just like, there's a lot of cops at Bryshere's house. I looked at it and it's coming to me because it's my house. I'm thinking, oh, it's a lot of cops at your house.
It's coming to you?
Yes, because it's my heart. So if it's saying somebody saying there's a lot of cops at Bryshere's house, she's not saying it to me. She don't know me like that. She knows John.
Right. So did John get a text on his phone?
He did.
And did you get a text on your phone as well?
I know that phone was just in the neighborhood.
Right, but did you get a text on your phone as well?
No, because I didn't have that phone. I didn't have a phone with me.
But what do you mean you say it's coming to you? What's coming to you?
A heart. My heart. You only have one heart. So if your wife texts you, she could be like, if something goes on with you, you know, your wife is, you know, she's in a traffic jam. She's like, you know, her phone's died and she texts you off another phone, babe, I'll be home soon. That comes to your heart and you like, okay, text back, you know who it is. You text back and say, okay, make sure you're safe, I love you, blah, blah, blah. So when the neighbor texts John and said there's cops outside of Bryshere's house, I'm thinking that, you know, I'm not thinking, I'm knowing that I have to do something about it because it's me. It's my house. It's cops outside of my house. Something happened. What did this guy, Mark, do? So I'm like,
so what did you do when that happened?
What did I do? Man, I thought of everything, you know, but one thing I ain't gonna do is run and you know, put y'all in a situation when y'all doing something all day and wasting y'all time. I'd rather come there, show y'all the video, tell y'all we got an open relationship, let y'all know what's going on, and anything can happen in seconds. You know, I don't know Mark like that, you know. That's really all.
Have you ever gotten...
Candace is my best friend. She loves me to death.
Okay.
Yeah, I love her too.
Have you ever gotten into a physical altercation with Candace?
No.
In the past? Never.
But other than that, like I said, other than that day, your partner, he's not on. That's us. I could actually express it. That day, what, Friday? I was trying to get the scissors out of her hand, so she bit her lip. It was getting bigger every day, and then she had a bruise on her leg because we both fell. We both fell on that concrete floor. You see the floor in the house, it's concrete. And
so I just pretty much asked if he had ever had any physical altercations with Candace. So he was just reiterating experience on
really
Friday.
Yeah.
So you were telling us about the experience on Friday with her when it got physical.
Yes. Like I said, she had a knife in her hand, and I was trying to take the knife out of her hand, and she kind of bit her lip, where her lip was swelling up for a couple of days, and then she had a bruise.
She kind of bit her lip? How did that happen?
Because we both fell, because she's like this, just like this with the scissors. I'm like, you better not do it. We cannot be doing this. And I won't text no other female. I won't put you in this situation again, basically. And she was like, no, don't you come near me, because I'll cut you. But that don't need to be there, you know? She just said, don't come near me. I'm like, you're not going to just do this and I'm not going to be able to save you. No, so I even risked my own life of getting killed. And it was a tussle. Because we could have fell and the knife would have went to me. But the knife went on this side. You know, she was trying to struggle with it. I finally got it out of her hand. And that was it.
You said that was Friday?
Friday. That was it.
Are we able to get a copy of that surveillance video from QT?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
You should be.
I think we might already have it. I'm not sure about that, but we might already have it.
Yeah, I need to review that.
But I did learn a couple things.
Okay, y'all, we basically know that he did it, right? But you see, I wanted you guys to see the actual interrogation, to see just how unhinged and how out of reality he was, literally sitting here in this interrogation. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys this clip because remember, he had a whole standoff with them for 8 hours before he eventually turned himself in. And he is Mark. The wife, who is from Trinidad, now I know because of her heavy accent. I'm like, I didn't know that his wife. I'm like, is she from another country? And so he goes ahead and states the fact that she's from Trinidad. But Mark is him. And remember, when I read the article, it was over a female. They were arguing because she found him texting another female, or found it in his phone. So that's why he's saying it's not that. Now, I want to go ahead and pull this video, and we'll come tap back into that. But hold on, let me bring this up so you guys can actually see this. And we need some holy water, not no rainwater, because something gotta be wrong with you. And I'm talking about as far as Diddy for taking, doing this kind of stuff. Hold on, y'all. Let me take this down. You guys, thank you for hanging with me. Let's see. All right, let me bring this video back up, y'all. Hold on, because I got a timestamp for this to make sure.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
All right, I want you guys to take a listen to this, okay? Hold on. First of all, let me make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, yeah. You guys take a listen to this. Hold on. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Guess I'll start it right there.
He said, Will, Diddy made me suck his penis. You know what's going on. Charlie made me suck. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like, yo, listen. So I grabbed my husband. I said, listen, I don't know. I didn't know what happened. Nothing. I was just asked to come. Is this true? Yeah. No, I'm gonna let you about to see if it's true from the paperwork. Oh, we telling something that got paperwork involved. Let me get to the paperwork.
Jaguar Wright has spoken out and said the same thing, that Will and possibly Diddy took advantage of Bryshere and that it was his mother's fault, claiming his mother knew what was happening but turned a blind eye because she wanted Bryshere to have his breakout moment.
That bitch came to me and begged me for my help. I told her to get the fuck away from Charlie. I did everything that I could do to get Bryshere, to help her get Bryshere out of California into Chicago State to be ready for filming. She knew she knew what Will did to him. But because of Charlie, see? And Charlie had promised her all kinds of things. And all she had to do was pretend to be a broken down single mom who worked her way up through the ghetto and raised a superstar for television, when the truth is she wasn't nothing but a drug dealer's whore. That's all she ever was. She went from drug dealer to drug dealer, and then she fucking snitched on whoever she needed to snitch on until she could get to the bigger bag, until she got with fucking Larry Lair, my friend who raised Bryshere in $1 million home. Your whole book is fucking lies, Andy. And I hope anybody that bought it asks for a fucking refund and demands it comes out of your pocket every time they see your son's gay porn. You and Charlie Mack.
He's pretty. I don't even know what's
See,
going
they
on.
trying to sue him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Did y'all hear that? Now, I didn't have it on mute. Did you guys hear that? Because sometimes it echoes when you don't have it on mute. Let me know. The mama knew, according to this video that we're watching. Bryshere was still filming Empire. She said that the tape exists. What did she say was there? Jaden and who? Hold up. I got to rewind that part. Hold on.
Fucking refund and demands it comes out of your pocket every time they see your son's gay. You and Charlie Mack.
He's pretty. I don't even know what's
See,
going
they
on.
trying to sue him out so he'll feel too embarrassed to file his lawsuit against Diddy for what Will and Diddy did to him. With Jaden and Justin present, that tape exists.
Like many shows, the ending is never as good as the beginning. The hype for Empire died down after season 3 or 4, but the show lasted for 6 seasons. In 2019, when Empire was on its 5th season, Bryshere's co-star Jussie Smollett reported that he was a victim of a racist and homophobic hate crime in Chicago. He told the police that 2 men attacked him, used racial slurs, poured a chemical on him, and put a noose around his neck. The story made national headlines, and many people publicly supported him at first. But as the investigation continued, Chicago police said the evidence didn't match his account. They accused Jussie of staging the attack with the help of 2 brothers that he knew, allegedly to boost his career and visibility. Jussie denied this, but he was eventually charged with filing a false police report and had those charges dropped, then was recharged later by a special prosecutor. Either way, this was a huge scandal, like mega huge. Every celebrity, even the president, spoke up in defense of Jussie. But once things didn't add up, it caused a lot of problems publicly and even within the show. Jussie was removed from the final 2 episodes of season 5. Fox did not want him to come back for season 6, and a bunch of storylines in the show had to be rewritten.
So what do you guys think? Do you think that Jussie Smollett was a victim as well? If Bryshere Gray was a victim of Diddy, do you think that Jussie was as well? Seeing that they were both on what that was a big show. You know what I'm saying? That was a big show. It was a big hit. It went for 6 seasons. So that's as Hollywood as you get. And the fact that this is coming out now and the ties with Bryshere Gray and Diddy, I'm almost certain that this is the same for Jussie. Because how out of nowhere both of them just all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? I think it has something to do with this. I think they were normal before the fame. But once they got this fame, they had to do a little something strange. And they did it. And I think Jussie is right on. I think he's right along with it. Yes, heard her loud and clear. Girl. I wonder which Justin she was talking about. No, she said Justin Combs, Jaden and Justin. So Jaden would be their son, and Justin would be Justin Combs. Because remember, Justin Combs, he has a suit against him. I think he's named in maybe one of Diddy's lawsuits of what went down at that studio with the incident that happened in the bathroom that left somebody leaking. And I forgot what the studio was called. Not Quad Studio. That's Tupac. But I forgot what the studio is called. But there was an incident that happened. And they said it was a drive-by when it really wasn't. It was Justin, allegedly, and Diddy went in the bathroom and roughed up somebody and left them leaking and tried to pass it off as a drive-by. When it didn't happen outside, it happened inside in the bathroom. And then you have King as well, King Combs, with the whole yacht employee and, the whole thing that went down. They got some pending stuff against that. Right? You said, or did Jag say Jussie? No, he said Justin. He said Justin. I'm thinking Justin Combs. Jaden and Justin would be friends, right? Or no? Is Justin older? So Justin was with his father. Justin was with his father, and probably Jaden and Bryshere. Right? Because it's now coming out, but Jag Ben said this. We have to understand that I think that video, did that come out before or after this? I think it came out before. Before the allegations, before the lawsuits. I think that Jag video was before that. And that would mean that she was telling the truth. Or at least she knew what she was talking about. Right? And they want you to chalk her up as, well, girl, you are a little OFF, your damn self. But that don't mean you can't be telling the truth. I done told y'all two things you could be crazy and you could tell the truth at the same time. It's totally possible. Not something strange for a piece of change. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, y'all. I'm just putting that two and two together, but I'm thinking that they both are victims or unwilling participants of Diddy, because he don't want you if you're willing. Diddy don't want you if you're willing to participate. He don't want you. He like domestic. He like DV. He like to beat your ass because you ain't listening. He wants you to not listen. Either way it goes, you ain't listening. You could be doing everything right. You feel me? So you have to be an unwilling participant for Diddy to even F with you or pay All right, you guys. Let me go ahead and pull this video up. But at the end of the day, I think we're on to something. And it's just going to be a matter of time before they just start falling down like dominoes. I'm telling you. Because everybody is connected to everybody in a way. You know what I'm saying? And if you partook into this and you got a video out there, anything, because Bryshere had a OF. Okay, he had an OF. And then on top of that, you just heard that guy, the man that was talking in the interview, said that they were kind of like trying to not bribe him, but like, what is it called when you have something against somebody? You try to like not frame them, but you know, like what's that word called? You try to, I forgot what that word is called. You try to like threaten them with it, you know? And he said corn. So there must be some type of corn tape going around. You know what I'm saying? To embarrass him and like, and I think that's what made him snap. Yeah, blackmail. Exactly. Thank you. Shit. Blackmail, y'all. Let me go ahead and bring this video up so we can finish watching it. Yeah, that's what I think. And I think they were both victims of Diddy. I think 1,000 bottles of baby oil. What you thought he was going to do? Use it on one person? And he doing this every Friday and then in the meantime, and between time? Like what? This was this man's life. And he ran with people the likes of Will Smith. Don't let me have to bring the pictures up. I should already have some. Hold on. Yeah. Don't let me have to bring the pictures up. Let me bring this video back up, y'all. Let me see where I am at. Okay, let's go. You said, I'm sorry, that's not funny, but you laughing your ass off. Thank you, boo. Thank you. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and let's play this. Hold on. Let me get to the part I want. Okay. Let's go, y'all.
So he was positioned to become a major young actor and rapper. He starred in the New Edition story, which became one of his most praised performances. He was in the drama film Candle Street and starred in Honey, Rise Up and Dance. After Empire, he didn't book any major new acting projects. Instead, he was in the headlines for legal issues. In 2020, police responded to a 911 call from a woman who identified herself as Bryshere's wife. She reported that he had assaulted her for several hours, strangled her to the point of losing consciousness, and refused to let her leave the home. When officers arrived, he barricaded himself inside the residence and refused to surrender. This led to an 8-hour-long standoff with the SWAT team. He was eventually taken into custody and charged with aggravated assault, domestic violence, and disorderly conduct. And during the interrogation, he seemed pretty out of it.
A TV star in handcuffs after police say he assaulted his wife.
I have a career, I'm an artist. I have a lot of things to lose.
Bryshere Gray is known from his role as Hakeem on the hit show Empire. Now, for the first time, we see Gray defending himself in his own words.
It's like, this is my t-shirt, but that's not my crime, you know?
The alleged crime, brutal. Gray's wife calling 911 after escaping him at a Goodyear QT, claiming Gray punched her hundreds of times, strangled her, and threatened her with a knife. But Gray claims to police it wasn't him, but some guy named Mark.
I guess they got into an argument or whatever. I was at my friend's house playing football.
But Gray's wife says she knows exactly why Gray claimed Mark carried out the crime.
He just That's his name as well. That's like his old fake name.
In what is a bizarre 2-hour interview with police, the actor constantly changes his story.
I don't live in that regular world space. You know what I mean?
At one point, Gray claims to police he learned about the massive presence outside of his Goodyear home in a phone call at a friend's house, until police told them that they could track cell phones.
It's a cheap phone, so I didn't take that with me to John's house at all.
Oh, which phone did you take?
I hide this phone under the mailbox, like under the neighborhood.
While police were outside of his front door and Gray claims he was at a friend's house, security camera video shows him wandering around, jumping fences in his neighborhood.
My neighbors on my block don't do surveillance like that.
Throughout the interview, Gray could not provide answers to basic questions, like who his friend was or how he learned what happened, all while starting to get heated with investigators.
Listen, hold on. Just listen for a moment. Just listen.
He never said what phone it was.
Okay, just listen.
Now Gray is facing a slew of aggravated assault and kidnapping charges. Michael Doudna, 12 News.
Like he wasn't all the way present. He was charged and he served 10 days in jail and 3 years probation. He continued to violate his probation and was arrested again for assault after attacking his friend.
This is a police photo of Bryshere Gray, who played Hakeem on the Fox drama Empire. According to the criminal complaint, one of Gray's associates, Dustin Wilkins, who goes by the name Chosen, as he told us, stated in this complaint, as I was explaining to him that he can't just leave the hotel without paying, adding, "You have enough problems. I am trying to save your life." He then charged towards me around the car, charged into me with his shoulder and fighting me as I was recording the incident over the phone, a blunt blow into me and punching me. Wilkins told us this in an exclusive interview. In his opinion, what is at the root of the disagreement with Gray?
Okay, so the situation with Bryshere has a mental health disorder, okay? He is not a bad person. And something took place in a mental health aspect. I cannot disclose what took place. I cannot to tell you the details of that. All I can tell you is that Bryshere is a friend. He is like my brother. He is someone who is dealing with some very interesting mental health issues.
He has been diagnosed, according to his mother, with ADHD and bipolar disorder. Aside from these legal issues, Bryshere still has to make money. He started an OnlyFans where he was doing content. His page is currently private on X because he was getting a lot of attention from it. It's very interesting how things flipped and turned for Bryshere. At one moment, you're on top of the world on BET, Fox, opening up for Jay-Z, and in the next moment, you're facing legal issues and mental health problems, and your world is no longer the same. Let me know.
So y'all saw that video. And you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's connected? Do you guys think that people participated and partook and probably were victims of Diddy, but then they kind of split off on their own? Like they're like the offspring of Diddy, and they had their own little Diddy situation going on in their own bedroom. But the thing about that is it's part of the public. Like the people that you were bringing into your bedroom, they didn't want to go. Most of them didn't go willingly. And now they're disgruntled. They're upset because you violated them. You took advantage of them. Now, for the people who kept going back, it doesn't seem like the people that we're talking about that have brought about these lawsuits were down with it. Like, down with it at all. Right? Bilal, even although he was around for that long, I don't think that he partook in that. You know what I'm saying? Because how would he be out here telling? If you're involved, you're not going to be a whistleblower. You're not a whistleblower if you were involved and you just decide to run and tell first, because guess what? You're going to be in those videotapes. You know what I'm saying? And the violinist, I don't even know how long he stuck around. The one who is suing Will Smith right now. Because Bilal is going after Jada, I mean. Now, I think it's in the Tasha K video interview where he says how he got in a near fatal accident. And he blames it on these people right here. That's all I can say. He blames it on them. He said he sustained serious injuries. And because of that, that makes him want to come out even more and then have a backup for it. Isn't that scary? Like who would be, you know what I'm saying? Why would you be afraid of look at Jada? Does she seem like the mean, diabolical, threatening, conniving? Like Will Smith is being accused of some pretty damaging things too, right? So I don't know, y'all. This is the violinist. Right there. And what was his name again? Let me see, y'all. So I don't know. But like I said, this ain't nothing new. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith has been sued December 2nd because she up here threatening people, talking about if you don't stop talking, you're going to end up one or two places. Or else. Wanted him to sign an NDA and he refused, okay? And let me see what this guy's name is. Hold on. Yeah, you guys. So Will Smith, right along with his wife, is being sued as well. Okay. His name is Brian King Joseph. And he is suing for sexual harassment and wrongful termination and retaliation. See the similarities? This is how they handle people, allegedly. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court just this December. It named Smith and his company Trey Ball Studios. Now, he said it was allegations of grooming and predatory behavior. He does look rather young. I don't know how old he is because it doesn't say. But he said he was involved and Will Smith engaged in predatory behavior and was deliberately grooming and priming him. So he was hired in November of 2024. So as of November 2025, that would have been a year. Now he was on tour with Will. And Will told him, and I quote, "You and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else." There better be a whole hell of a lot of more going along with that. Because if you just rested on that, that's the second time I done said that. That's not going to be enough. I mean, I'm going to have to wait right along with you guys to see how this unravels. I'm not calling anybody a liar or anything, but that's like the second time they've said that. Now, remember, he's the one who returned to his hotel room, which was booked by a management company, the management company for Will Smith. Someone allegedly entered without force inside of his room. And like I said, there were wipes, beer bottle, and medication for a 3-letter word with somebody else's name on it. And it was a handwritten note that said his name. Brian, I'll be back. Just us. Signed Stone F. I don't know what that means. Right? So did anything even happen to him? You know what I'm saying? Or was this just enough for him? I'm not saying I'm not saying either way. I'm just asking. It doesn't seem as if anything even happened to him. So I don't know, y'all. That's all I got. I just wanted to make that connection and bring that to you guys because what? And I think this is why, come full circle, that they both snapped. Not to say that Bryshere was not already violent or an abuser, right? But I'm talking about him being incoherent and like speaking and like just being mentally not there, off. And it just seems like the problems just keep on rolling in and the exposing continues, right? Because first it was Jada, now it's Will. And I'm telling you, this has been around. This has been around. The only thing new is the lawsuits have brought it back to the surface. That's it. That's truly it, y'all. So we are going to have to wait and see what happens. But y'all, was that a trip or not? That was a trip, y'all. That is a trip. So I believe it's more victims, plus it's allegations on some of Diddy's sons too. Exactly. They got the nerve to be doing a documentary with Zeus. Boy, they got the nerve. Like, what? Right. And it's no coincidence that they both blackballed after being on that one show. Yeah. We ain't heard from them since. Where are they? Why are they not in another show? Why do we not see them? Perfectly good actors. Blackball. Never to be seen or heard from again. You guys will blend into obscurity. And I'm thinking that's what the industry told them. See, that's what you get when you tangle with demons. That's what you get when you want a hot box with the devil. He said, who is this on the screen? The violinist with the recent lawsuit against Will Smith with the allegations of, I just said, I told y'all the allegations. Wrongful termination, sexual harassment, and manipulation or something like that. Oh no, retaliation. Retaliation and termination. So after reporting the incident to the hotel security, the non-emergency police line, and his representatives, Joseph claims a member of the management team shamed him, accused him of lying, and terminated him from the tour just a few days later. So, yeah. Now, the termination reason was Another violinist was hired as a replacement, indicating the termination reason, that the tour was moving in a different direction. So that's what they said when they fired him. So, you know, he's suing for severe emotional distress, economic loss, reputational harm, PTSD, and other damages, seeking an amount to be determined by a jury. So the jury is going to determine the amount that he gets, if he gets any. Yeah, y'all. So we are going to keep our eye on this, y'all. But like I said, this is not new. This has been going. Now I'm not talking about him. Let me take him down. I'm talking about the allegations, the whole little thing that's going on with this Bryshere saying what they did to him. Right? This is not the first that we've heard of this. And this is crazy. And this is what happens when we take things literally as entertainment and then we forget about it, right? After the virality, after it's out the algorithm, but this is people's truths. You feel me? Like, and to know that's been going on for so long. Anyways, guys, I will be back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next video. Let me make sure you guys ain't saying nothing else in the chat. Oh, okay, wow. Thank you for putting a face of the victim. Yeah, that's him. This is crazy, most definitely. Yeah, that's what I believe. I believe that it's all connected, y'all. It's all connected. Let me go ahead and give a shout out. Shamise. What's up, Shamise? Welcome, welcome. Black Orchid 17. Thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you so much to my mods for holding it down in the chat. Thank y'all. I will be back with another video. What's up, Tara? All right, y'all. I'll be back with another video. Until next time, America.
Topic. Jada Smith confronts Will Smith for forcing Bryshere. To know more on this hot topic. Jada Smith confronts Will Smith for forcing Bryshere Gray into gay affair. Jada Smith is allegedly calling out his father, Will Smith, for his questionable behavior relating to Bryshere Gray. The actor has faced several accusations of being gay, but has never really admitted it publicly. Now his son Jada Smith has made some serious claims against his father and has blamed him for ruining his life.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just wanted to cut in here and let you guys know that this may or may not be true. Okay, this is just a video, but what I am saying is that this idea, this notion has been around social media for some years now. So I just wanted to make sure that I reiterated this, that I do not believe that this is true. I do not believe that this video is true, okay? Somebody just simply made this up. But the accusations, the innuendos, and what they're talking about, hello, that's what this is all about. Isn't it crazy? So I just wanted to make sure I reiterated that, okay? See y'all on the next video. Bye. Oh, yes, I said my name. Okay, I said your name right. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Know more on this hot topic. Jada Smith confronts Will Smith for forcing Bryshere Gray into gay affair. Jada Smith is allegedly calling out his father, Will Smith, for his questionable behavior relating to Bryshere Gray. The actor has faced several accusations of being gay, but has never really admitted it publicly. Now his son Jada Smith has made some serious claims against his father and has blamed him for ruining his life. It remains to be seen how the Aladdin actor reacts to these serious allegations. Stay tuned to know more on this hot topic.